everybody, welcome back. We had a week off last week, but we're coming back with force. The ECFF staff is here to bring you all of the latest from around the league. Anthony, Carl, Dumpy, T-Dot. We had a good week last week. No incidents, which is always a good thing.
Thank God.
Week 9's in the books. Next week is going to be a huge one. Last of the regular season, but let's go over week 9 really quick. Who are you guys most impressed with from last week?
I'm most impressed with 2 more shutouts by the Silverbacks.
No surprise there.
Yeah,
That is
impressive.
8 shutouts on the season.
Out of how many games?
9.
Wow, that defense.
That is unbelievable. And they're going to get another shutout this week.
Big prediction.
Bold statement.
Big,
Yeah, that's right,
big
AC. You ain't crossing the 50.
Oh!
Shots fired.
Oh!
Carl.
Chacon 1 taking care of business versus Wild Card.
Warren.
Warren, I'm sorry. Making Jay Rose look average.
Whoa.
Below average. Sorry, Jay.
I love Jay too. He's one of my
We're
favorite.
about
quarterbacks.
1 minute into the show. There's a lot of shots fired already. Dumpy?
I'm most impressed with the Savage Saints as of right now. They in the playoffs. This team, young. I mean, they get blown out sometimes, but they're in most of the games. Somehow they're 5-4. I don't really know how, but look for them to be 6-4 after this week.
Oh, we'll be looking.
I'm going to go off the grid here. Sound effects, they lost this week. They've obviously been a huge disappointment all season. But they actually played really tough with Outcast to a point where it looked like they had a chance to pull it out at the end. They didn't get it done, but I mean, it's a step in the right direction for a young team that should be getting better as the sessions go by. Who are you guys most disappointed with?
I'm most disappointed with 3rd best quarterback in the league getting his first start this week. Unbelievable performance by Mike. His touch passes were just unreal.
So you're disappointed in Mike.
No, I'm disappointed in Untouchables having him have his first start this late in the season.
Oh, okay.
They do have a good QB,
Why
man.
don't you pay attention, man?
They have a good QB.
Best backup quarterback in the league. That's
I
for
agree,
damn sure.
but backup QB he is. No offense, Mike. I love you.
Carl?
Wild Card. Again, Saints played phenomenal, but if you look at talent,
Can't lose that game.
yeah, you can't lose that game if you're Wild Card. Jarrell got shut down. Ritt didn't look like himself. Johnny, I don't think, ran the ball at all.
Once or twice.
That's
Yeah,
when Wild Card's running the ball. I mean,
Rick threw the ball a lot that game,
Yeah, he did.
and a lot of the times hit the ground.
and their rush defense, Peeps was just running all over them.
Shout out to Peeps. Sorry, but Jay, most disappointed in you. 2 costly, horrible throws for interceptions brought back to the crib. I mean, one was a great play, pitching it back to Lorenzo for a TD, but just inexcusable for a great QB like that to have such an awful game versus a good team.
And Jay says I hate on him. He's
I don't hate.
I don't think.
I've never hated on him once.
That's the truth.
I like
Last
Jay.
game, I was just saying, last game, I was just completely, at the beginning of the season, I was probably Jay Rose's #1 hater.
I've said Jay's the 2nd best quarterback in the league, though.
And you're wrong.
He proved me a lot. I think he's way better than I thought at first, but after last week, that's just completely, I was just shocked that led up to Chacon winning was all by the defensive end because of Jay Rose.
Without getting into too many details, a lot of you know what happened on the field this last week. But Roger, I know you're watching, man. Actually, you're probably not. But I'm sure someone's going to tell you that I'm disappointed with you. You know, I always wondered why you didn't let anybody touch the apparatus. I guess now we know why. I'm not going to get into it again.
Sorry,
but
Caleb. We should have known.
it's a big disappointment. I guess we'll have to make sure.
There's no red tape.
Yeah.
Shout out to the best kicker in the league, though, Richard Chacon.
He is.
What?
Yeah.
Richard Chacon getting things done out there with extra
When you
points.
miss field goals, it's not your key's fault.
Exactly.
All right, now, 2 of the biggest games of the season is this week, which is outstanding. It's going to be a great week to watch. There's a lot of good games, but obviously the 2 big ones are Chacon 1 versus the Untouchables and the Silverbacks versus the Gators. Let's talk about that first game, Chacon 1 Untouchables. What do you guys think? Everyone's jostling for the top positions,
I don't
top
know
seats.
who to go with, because I think if Jeff was playing for the Untouchables, then Chacon would have a better chance of winning. I like Mike's chances against Chacon better than I like
Any
Jeff's.
lack of experience against him.
Yeah.
But I think Chacon's defense is phenomenal, and I think their run game.
Untouchables defense is phenomenal too, though.
They are, but I can't pick some. I
I feel like it's gonna, that game's tough to pick because we don't know who's playing quarterback over in untouchable land.
If they stop Lorenzo, they're gonna win.
That's not true.
That's how I look
What are you
at
saying,
it.
Charlie?
It's-
Not that he can't do anything, but their corners are really athletic. I think they'll be able to cover Chacon's wide receivers. It all comes down to them grabbing flags. I know the untouchables are good against the pass, but we haven't seen what they can do against the run yet.
It's gonna
They don't
come,
really impress me grabbing flags, to be
to
honest.
me, it's gonna come down to the Chaconi defense. Obviously, a stellar defense. They've been great. They played great this last week with a couple of big turnovers. Again, if that,
Turnovers and punts, man.
if that untouchables offense can roll, whether it be Jeff or Mike, I
Against
think,
that D,
I think
though,
they'll have a good
it's gonna be
chance.
tough.
Yeah,
Always
it's
great
gonna
game
be
to time.
tough.
It's gonna be field position. I think that's where Mike's gonna play a bigger factor with
Predictions
those punts.
though?
Predictions, I'm gonna say 13-6.
Whoa.
Untouchables. I think Untouchables take it to Chacon this week. 13-6.
I say Chaconi by a last second touchdown.
I'm gonna say 14-12 Chaconi.
I think Mike and Untouchables get it done. I don't have a score, but I think they'll win close.
Alright, moving
Close
on.
game, we all think.
Yeah,
Close
very
game.
close.
Should be close, yeah.
The next one though.
Silverbacks Gators. Now, again, there's a lot of questions on that Gators team right now as the UCFF's commissioners decide what's going on there in Gatorland. Should be a big game though. Depending on who's playing, I know we don't know right now, but what do you guys think is going to happen?
Well, assuming the Gators have their full team, which hopefully they do, Silverbacks is still gonna kill them either way. I'm going with 28-6.
Wow.
I think
28-6.
And that 6 points is gonna be in garbage time.
I think the Silverbacks will win as well, but I also think it's going to be really close. I think it's going to be physical. I think the Silverbacks are going to take what they've learned from the Untouchables game, where they got blown out, and apply it in this game, in a big game, and I think they find a way to beat the Gators.
I don't know, man. I thought that the Gators were gonna take it to them, but I don't think so anymore. Depends on who's playing for them.
No one's playing better right now than the Backs.
I agree with you. They played everyone other than pretty much the Gators. We'll see how they play. The Gators is going to be tough without some key guys. We all know who's gone.
We all know when AC's under pressure, he throws at the ground.
Regardless of how AC plays, it all matters if Norm can find Z inside for touchdowns.
Is that
We'll see.
Silverbacks offensive line going to be able to keep Norm in the pocket for him to throw those dimes like he does? That's what it's going to come down to for me.
It's not the same.
Unfortunately,
Is AC going to have people in his face too? Is he going to be comfortable?
I feel like AC
Both
is
great D-lines.
a lot more maneuverable than
Well,
Norm is.
that's
I don't-
not true
They're
at all.
Seriously, Norm's hips don't lie, like Shakira
That's-
says.
Like
Norm's-
Shakira said. Alright, prediction 28-6.
26.
Yep.
I'm going back, so I don't have a score for you.
Maybe
I'm
next
going
time
out.
you should come prepared.
Seriously, we need some scores, man.
I'm first take hove, so.
We need some scores,
Not
but
sure.
Alright, I'll go 18. 18-13.
It's a stupid prediction.
I'm going 19-6 Silverbacks.
I'm
Wow,
going.
right there.
I want to hear everyone give me praise next week when this actually happens. 6-6 tie.
No.
6-6 tie could be
6-6.
possible,
If that does happen, I still don't give you praise, because I'll be pissed.
but that definitely could happen.
6-6
It's not
tie.
a loss.
We'll see.
Great game down to the wire.
The
but
thing, it comes down to suspensions. Who's gone? Who's
I
gonna
think
play?
even full team versus
Yeah,
full team.
we're talking about full team. We're assuming full team versus full team.
It's not what it's gonna be though.
Okay.
We all know it.
Alright,
I'll scale.
now, with 1 week left, the West Division is locked up. Their top 5 slots are locked in. All we have to do is play that playoff between the bottom 5 to see who gets that 6th seed. The East, though, is not locked in. This week, there's a couple of big games which is going to decide who's going to get that final slot in the East to go into the playoffs. It's going to come down between the Savage Saints, who are 5-4. They're playing Brick Squad, which is going to be a tough physical game. Very tough physical game. And the Young Guns, who are 4-1. they're playing the Spartans. So both those games, a lot riding on it. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. What do you guys think is going to happen there?
I think the Savage Saints are going to get that last spot. I think they're going to beat Brick Squad, and I just don't think Young Guns are going to beat Spartans.
Same, I agree with that. I think the Spartans are going to be too much for Young Guns, and I think the Saints enforce their will against Brick Squad. I don't think Brick Squad can score a point, so.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of the season, I said watch out for the Savage Saints. Thought they were going to make the playoffs. Although it was with Big Nasty, this team has just been playing well versus they beat the teams they should. Although their point differential, they've been getting blown out by a few teams. They beat the teams they should.
They're getting it done.
Exactly.
And with one win against the wild card, that's
Exactly.
a big win
Big
as far
win.
as seeding, and
It's good mentally for them too. Now they think they can beat
they've
good
won
teams.
3 in a row, so good for them.
Young Guns to me are an interesting team. I know the obvious. It's like a roller coaster ride with Young Guns. You don't know what team's
team's
going to
showing
come out.
up, man?
I mean, just last week they blow out X in a pretty convincing fashion. But I mean, it's tough. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it against the Spartans.
I mean, they already won their Super Bowl though. So tying the Untouchables was their Super Bowl. So.
But you know,
Sorry.
Let's not throw any teams under the bus
Yeah,
there.
sorry. Monk's been playing well.
yeah,
I just like you said though, I don't see them beating the Spartans.
I mean, I didn't say that.
No, I thought you said who was that?
I think that game. could be
Hold
right
up.
there. It just
The
depends
other
on
night,
how
show
they-
stands. Didn't somebody say that there's no way Ruckus could be Untouchables?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, so we don't pick
We'll see playoff time, Ruckus.
No, I didn't even talk about that.
Ruckus is big. Thinks they had a huge win versus the Untouchables. Let's not even get into that.
You just
Yeah.
let's get into it.
All right, let's get into it.
Nah,
They
it's-
will not win.
Let's knock it. I'm just saying you can't be like, oh, they have no chance anymore.
They don't.
Okay. That's not very bad.
I mean, you also said the Untouchables had no
You're
no
on-
chance versus.
I didn't say no chance.
You actually said that Lamont was going to have like 10 sacks in that game, or whatever the hell you said.
Alright.
Wait,
Like
No,
Lamont was
no
going to
play
lead the
again.
league in sacks, but
Has
he's
Lamont-
10 still, I think. He still has
Yeah,
10
has
right
he
now.
you're on the
Don't play
record.
again.
You're on the record for thinking the Ruckus chokes in the playoffs.
Yes, exactly. And
You
that
think
still
you
is
think
going to
it's-
happen.
You think it's the team, or you think it's a leader?
I
You
mean,
think
we'll see if Donnie can do it. I mean, I haven't
from
seen
what
him.
you've seen,
From what I've
we've
seen in
previous-
ECFF and what I've been hearing from a lot of people that have been around Flag for a while, I'm longer
Johnny
than
doesn't get
myself.
it done in the
He
playoffs.
can't
is
win in
what
the
you're
play. Yeah, can't win in the playoffs. And we'll see if. I mean, don't get me wrong. They'll probably win their first game depending on who they play. But I think they have no chance in the playoffs versus a top 4
How
or
could
5
you
team.
think they have no chance?
Do you
0%
think that-
chance.
Okay. He said the same
That-
exact thing versus Untouchables.
that
You're right.
offense they run, that flex bone wing tee, you think that'll be effective in the playoffs against some of the higher scoring teams like Untouchables and Silverbacks?
Their offense is hit or miss in my eyes. They've scored 6 points, but their defense is just so good that I have to say I don't. Their defense is just great where it will take them to wins, in my opinion. They got a great
At one
defensive
point,
line.
you're gonna have to score points.
You're right, and I don't think they'll be able to against the good offenses. It's
You
my
guys done?
opinion.
That's a good discussion, man.
That was irrelevant.
It
That
was.
was a good discussion.
I'd say it was a mediocre discussion.
Yeah.
We'll see. What
I'll give it 3 out of 10.
I don't know what they are right now. 2, 3, 4, 5th.
Like,
So they won't have a bye in the
before
first
this
round.
kid's won't stop talking for 5 minutes about
Relentless.
Ruckus.
And I'm not ready to get going with Relentless.
We're
That
gonna take
team's
a quick
awful.
break. We'll be
Awful.
right back after
If that
this.
team makes the playoffs
Someone
at all, I'll
restrain
be
him.
surprised. That team's awful.
He hates Relentless.
Team's awful.
I got that power. I got that power. I got that power.
Right here.
Power.
Ha!
Back with your power rankings.
We're back in ECFF studios. You know what it is. T. Dot, Anthony, and going through the top 5 power rankings. Through week 9, what do you think, Ant? Who's number 5?
I'm gonna go number 5, Outcast. Yup, my bad handwriting's back to
Sure is.
bam, but it gets the job done. Outcast.
Yeah, playing good. They just
They are.
make sound effects.
They
They're
could have been a little more impressive in that game, but they got the win.
trucking along.
That's what they've been doing, getting wins. They have huge win versus Draconi.
I'm going Ruckus. Same thing. Beat the Untouchables a couple weeks ago.
No, they didn't.
Rolling on. Got
Rolling.
their playoff spot. And we got number 4.
Number 4, I am going with.
I'll go.
Okay, you can go first. I'm a little skeptical on this one. A little skeptical.
Untouchables. Thank God they got the Kingpins this week because that team was like a if something like was going really bad,
Yeah.
that's what they were. Like anything that like was like going in the wrong direction, that's what they were right there.
Very well explained. Number 4, this is tough. I'm gonna go with Ciccone.
Wow, you changed your mind.
I did.
You just told me.
My mind went in the dressing room and changed, so Ciccone at number 4.
Why is that? They've been playing well.
They haven't been playing great, but the top 3 teams I just think are a little bit better at the moment.
Okay. Well, at number 3, I got
I think these teams are more not one-dimensional.
Gator Nation.
You're a big liar.
I mean, that could change this week drastically once they beat the Silverbacks, like I think they're going to. But we'll see. Yeah.
We won't see. Number 3, I got the Untouchables.
Wow.
I mean, I was gonna put them at number 4, but then I remembered, like, I don't know who was at quarterback this week, but he was unbelievable, so I had to put them at number 3. Like, I thought I was watching Drew Brees.
Playing the Kingpins, I could have played them back.
No.
Phenomenal, but
Let's not be a Debbie here.
I got Ciccone Outlaws at number 2. Number 1. They just had a big game against Warren. They're looking great. Defense is still phenomenal. Zoe is one of the front runners for MVP. Cruising.
Definitely.
Cruise control.
His picks, when they shoveled the ball back to him for that pick 6, the moves he was making.
Woo! I'll tell you.
Number 2, Gators. I mean, how can you not have them 2? They haven't done anything to prove that they're not number 2.
I mean, they don't have a lot of their team right now.
That's true.
So that's why I have them.
But at full strength, they're still, I think, the second best team in the league.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, that's right. Write it down.
they're not at full strength. Number 1, it's only because a lot of the teams have been playing poorly lately. They've had such an easy schedule the last couple of weeks.
False. About damn time he has a number 1. I had him number 1
I had no choice, really. Trust me.
That's right.
If there was anybody else, I could have.
because they're so dominant. 8 shutouts, the best defense ever in flag football history.
They got the highest point differential by about
By miles.
30 or 40 points.
They got the best quarterback ever. No one gonna win MVP, just so you guys know.
I wouldn't be so sure, but
I would. When
that's,
the votes come in, it's
that's your vote.
gonna be Norm.
That's not
What's
my
his-
vote.
He's gonna be the first unanimous ECFF MVP.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Let us know.
Good? Yeah?
Come see us at
I
the
would
field if you have
imagine.
any complaints.
Yeah. Because I'll be there with my dukes up.
I'll be with my back shirt on, so don't try to talk them out of my number 1.
Oh, really quick. Sorry, Wildcard. I didn't know that I would curse your team by wearing your shirt. Don't worry, though. I am going to wear an Untouchable shirt this week, and hopefully they get that loss. Ciccone Outlaws all the way.
I was just hoping you'd wear a Gator shirt this week.
How much money you got?
I'll talk about money
Alright.
on the show.
We're going to come back in a few minutes and talk about the Week 10 games and do our game picks and all that fun stuff. So stay tuned.
Religion, I'm twisted for the feeling fresh from my cup, just to blow up. Pass it to my left, no worries. Ain't no hating.
Welcome back, guys. You just watched Anthony's and my power rankings.
Best in the business.
A lot of surprises
A
there.
lot of surprises. I couldn't believe your lists, to be honest. Like,
Well, you can believe mine.
yeah, seriously. I knew that was coming right away, but Timmy's, I just... T-Dots, sorry. T-Dot, as everyone knows him.
Week 10, I mean, a lot of great games. We're going to go over the game picks right now.
Season finale.
Not leave you guys waiting any longer as you're sitting in your cubicles at work watching this.
It's been a good year, fellas. Minus those 2 leagues.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
Whatever.
People watch us at work.
Alright, first game. Big game right here, like we just talked about, Spartans and Young Guns.
Spartans.
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 Young Guns. Put it on the board. Young
Just
Guns get
rename
it
them
done.
the Stiff Armors.
I can't go away from Pig.
Can't.
It's too good.
EP Ballers and Ruckus.
Oh, wow. Big win for Ruckus. They got blown out.
Ruckus.
Ruckus, unfortunately.
Ruckus.
They just need to throw. If Bay scores 2 TDs, they win. But
That's
it's
false.
impossible. They don't throw the
That'll
ball.
be
to
probably their only 2 touchdowns.
Well,
They don't throw the ball to Bay for some reason.
see.
I love you, Mega.
Prov City is playing Relentless.
Wow.
Toilet bowl.
Yeah. I will go with Prop City in this one because Relentless has been really terrible the second half of the season.
Tie.
0-0. 0-0 tie? Nah. I'm going with Prov City. Relentless stinks. I just. Prov City.
They stink.
Oh,
They actually all shower before they get to the
They do.
games. So
No,
I
I
won't.
I stand on their sidelines.
I'm gonna go with Relentless. I mean, as bad as they are, they're not as bad as Prov City. So
I like Prop City though.
Prov City has a lot of good
They
players.
got
they
some
just can't
respect. I
put it
like
together.
them as a they're respectable.
Shouldn't have got rid of Bobby A's.
Bobby is Prez.
Gators backs.
Well, big backs, 28-6.
Thanks.
Backs.
Tie.
Norm,
No,
100%
it's not
completion
that.
percentage.
4-4.
2
Two
safeties
safeties.
each. Could happen with those D lines. Could happen.
Ciccone 2 and Warren. Warren needs a bounce back.
Yeah, Warren's gonna get it.
Warren's fine.
Yeah. They'll destroy them.
Well, I mean, if they need a bounce back week, they
This
get
is it.
Chacon. This is
Yeah,
the one.
this
This
is
is
it.
what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, I look for J Rose to have a humongous game.
Humongoid.
Humongous game, so then you can come see me in my tree.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, Jay, you better throw a humongous
Just gotta
game.
get them passes up.
I'm telling you, no, Jay, I want you to have a big game, and if you do, I'm buying you a lemonade.
Wow.
Lemonade on for
You got it on
lemonade
board.
for Jay
Oh, large?
on Dumpy, aka Murph,
AKA Dumpy,
AKA
whatever.
AKA Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle, thanks
AKA
for that one.
Hornswoggle.
I like Hornswoggle, by the way. He would be Dink,
Dope.
Doink's midget clown if they ever got in a wrestling match. They don't have any midget wrestlers anymore. They used to have a lot of them. The
Alright.
Hornswoggle. My bad. J Rose, I got you a
George,
lemonade.
the animal
Thanks
steal.
for letting us
What does he need? 4 touchdowns?
Nah, just if
Four
he throws
touchdowns.
3
Jay.
touchdowns, 3 touchdowns,
Four
he gets a lemonade.
touchdowns.
3 TDs, he gets a lemonade.
All right, 3. All right.
Ciccone wanting untouchables. You guys sticking your guns
Yeah,
here?
guns are stuck.
My guns are stuck.
Untouchables.
X.
And
Or X.
Who they
They're
play?
playing
X came
WTF.
on here claiming they were gonna win out, and they've done everything
I
but.
don't think they've won a game yet. Since then. They beat Air up. They thought they were
I
the best team in
know.
the league.
But you boys are pathetic.
Whoa!
Guys, call the game.
I'm not calling that.
I'm calling it WTF. Mac Jones, Joe Gomes.
If Mac Jones shows up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
I got
Joe
Joe
Gomes,
though.
the tumble salting assassin.
Double fault.
Whenever he gets a flag, he does a tumble
He's
salt.
good. Yo, I like him. I'll tell you right now.
8 pounds.
One of the most underrated players in the whole league. Sorry, WTF wins this one.
X.
No, I don't like you.
X.
I'm going X.
X is bad, but they're not that
It's,
bad.
it's gonna be X, but
It's gonna be X.
Eggs. Yeah, we just talked about this one also. Brick Squad and Savage Saints.
We got the Saints.
Score?
Oh man, probably 8-6.
I feel bad for the refs calling that game.
I'll go Saints 12-2.
Wow. You're scoring predictions.
I'm going
like this.
Saints, but I think Saints score twice. I'm going 12-0, 12-6. Look at this game to be good though. A lot of these guys know each other.
12-6.
Yeah, I don't know if Brick Squad can score.
So you predicted 2 different scores.
Yeah, because if they do score, it'll be 12-6. It'll be 12-0. That's a John Madden moment right there, bro.
Yeah, Peeps will have a big game this week, I believe. Saints.
They know each other though.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be a good one.
Do they?
Because no other players know each other.
Yeah.
Oh, they're the
not
only
like these
teams
guys.
in the league that are friends.
Did I say that?
You said they know each other.
Wow.
Exactly.
Last game
How
of the
much do
week
they know about
A
it?
lot,
is
a lot.
Wild
They
Card
brothers
and
out
Sound
there.
Effects.
Wow, great game.
Yeah, perfect setup for Wild after this point loss to play the worst team ever assembled.
That's not true.
Well, this, has any team gone
Are they playing Relentless this week?
undefeated? I mean,
What you just said?
Kingpins. They haven't scored.
I like the
oh,
Kingpins
so we
now.
have 2 teams this year that aren't.
Wait, we
going
forgot a game. Kingpins, who they playing?
Well, that's under discussion right now.
Okay.
Oh, okay. But what were they supposed to be playing? Can't see it.
Alright, let's
It's not
just.
on here. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Wild Card and Sound Effects.
Wow, God.
Wild Card. Okay, thanks, Mike. Week 10. You guys
Good.
ready? Are you guys ready?
Just ask the question.
I will say for next session though, Darius needs to let his QB run the team. He's not doing it.
Yeah.
Seriously, Darius.
Seriously.
I like you, Darius, and all, but let Tim do what he does.
Okay, let Tim do what he does.
Alright. Unfortunately, Murph was right. I missed a game. I'm sorry.
Point left.
Will the Kingpins score their first points of
No,
the season
they won't.
against Outcast?
No.
I think if I lined up the CLCF Tiny Mites, they still won't score against them.
That's pretty disrespectful.
That's really disrespectful. Let Tim do what he
Sorry.
does. Like I was saying, Darius tries to take over too much.
My
I
bad.
like Darius and all, but let Tim be the quarterback.
I just want to see Kingpin versus FPV. So if anyone could get them back in the league, that'd be a great game.
ECFF staff, supposedly, it's under rumors they're going to be starting their own team soon, and we will be looking for the Kingpins.
We will.
We'll mark that one on our
We want
board
to choose
for
week
possible
one.
win.
What? We'll start the season off 1-0.
2-0. Alright guys, thanks for watching again. Your endless support means a hell of a lot to us.
Hell of a lot.
It does.
Just kidding. We really don't care.
No,
But-
we do. I do this for my fans.
Thanks for watching. Can't wait to see everyone out in the field.
It's time to kill some gators.
A doozy of a week heading into the playoffs.
I'm trying to buy Jay that lemonade, so hopefully he has 3 TDs this week.
If the bags shut out the gators, I'll buy you all lemonades. All the bags.
All of them?
Dude,
Every
that's
single one.
That's like 50
Shit.
bucks.
That's fine. Lemonades for everybody.
What if they don't? Will you buy me a lemonade?
I won't buy you anything.
Alright.
Can
You
you,
still owe me $10.
can you buy me some
No.
chicken wings from the tree grill?
The Chacon.
I'll buy you some chicken wings if the game's tied.
Let's go, Gators!
What do you mean?
Seriously.
Another quick
That was
note.
a tie, bro. You need them both to do
Make
well.
sure everyone that hasn't got a chance to go see Jim for the raffle. He's doing a great deed for the league, and
Great D, Jim.
we appreciate that a lot. The effort he's going to
Do a hell of a lot.
Captain.
try to make this league better for the scoreboard raffle. So go see him. He'll be walking around with his bucket.
Win $100. All you gotta do is risk 5.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? You guys good?
We're good, man.
All right.
See you next week.
We'll see you this week.
That was
Go Bags!